Now, I'm pretty sure I'm in the wrong waterfall. Now, one activity that really got my adrenaline pumping took place in 2001 when I was in New Zealand, and I was with a company called Kaitaki Adventures, and we did a thing called whitewater sledging. Now, whitewater sledging looks a little bit like bodyboarding, but instead of catching waves and riding them onto the beach, you ride down through fast-moving rivers, through sets of rapids, and occasionally sledging over waterfalls. Now, when we were out there in New Zealand, it was the middle of their winter, and the place was covered in snow, and the river was full of snow and ice melt. So, surprise, surprise, the only customer of the day was this daft Scotsman. After getting wrapped up in all the warm gear, I was given a briefing of what lay ahead. We'd be in the water for around 2 hours, and we would sledge down through several sets of rapids and sledge over 3 different waterfalls. The first would be 3 metres high, the second just 1 metre high, and the last would be a mighty 7 metres. After the briefing, we entered the water and we were off. We'd been in the river for about 20 minutes when I was told to climb out onto the right-hand bank. Here, I was told that the river was now about to fork right and left, and in the middle of the fork, there was a tree. Now, so long as I stuck to the right-hand side of this tree, everything would be fine. I would sledge over the 3-metre-high waterfall, no problem. However, if I went to the left of this tree, I would enter a 3-sided waterfall, which the guides told me would most likely trap me there. They would not be able to rescue me, and therefore, I would most likely drown there. Did I have any questions, they asked. Just the one. What tree? They pointed over in a direction and said, that tree over there, can you see it? No, I can't. No problems, they said. We'll send one of our guides over and he'll stand there and wave his hands. So they did that. Can you see him? No, I can't. No problem, they said. And they shouted for him to wave his big, bright, yellow whitewater sledge in the air. Now this thing's about this height, massive big thing. Can you see the big, bright, yellow thing in the air? No, I can't. At this point, the guides started sounding a little bit worried, and they got themselves into a wee huddle, and they had a quick chat, and they came back to me and they said, we totally understand it if you'd like to call it a day. I wasn't expecting to hear that, so I asked, could I have a minute to think it through? No problem, they said, take all the time you need. So I thought about what they told me, the fork in the river, right-hand side was safe, left-hand side, death and destruction, everything's okay, right, okay. I then started thinking as well about my last 3 years and my hunt for adrenaline. I'd been very lucky on the things that I'd done, and I'd probably done more in those 3 years than most people would do in a lifetime. So maybe it was time to call it a day. After all, on this one, the odds were stacked against me. If I got it wrong, I would most likely die. So I made up my mind, and I went back to the guides, and I told them, okay, let's go for it. Now I knew to do this right, holding onto my sledge, I would need to dive off from the riverbank, and as soon as I hit the water, I would need to kick my legs as hard and as fast as I possibly could. This should, hopefully, keep me to the right-hand side of the tree. So holding onto my sledge, I took a deep breath, and I launched myself forward. Now I can remember that within 2 seconds of hitting the water, I was going over a waterfall, but I didn't know if I was on the right-hand side of the tree or the left-hand side of the tree. All I knew was I was going down. I plummeted down, I broke the water, I went deep. I got caught in the restart for a second, then spat out. As I came up to the top of the water, my head broke the surface, and I was able to grab a mouthful of air, just at the same time as the waterfall came down and pinned me under. I think I've got the wrong waterfall. So holding on tight to my sledge, because the guides had told me, do not let go of your sledge, because it is big and it is floaty. So I held on tight, and I kicked as hard and as fast as I could. And for a second or two, it felt like I was free of the waterfall. I must have got it. I must be doing everything right. But a second or so later, I was going down again, and I was getting pummeled by water. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm in the wrong waterfall. I kicked as hard as I could and I held on tight and I kicked and hoped that I would get through this. A second or two later, I opened my eyes and I could hear that the waterfall, the roar of the waterfall, was way behind me, and the water seemed to be calm, and I was just floating there. When I looked to my right, a second or two later, one of the guides appeared next to me, and I looked at him and I said, "Did I get the right waterfall? Did I do okay?" And he said, "Oh yes." He said, "You got the right waterfall, no problem at all." He said, "You went over the 3 meters straight down." He said, "But you were kicking so hard and so fast, you propelled yourself forward another 15 meters and then went over the 1 meter high waterfall too." He said, "Normally we do this with our customers in 2 stages." He said, "But you were kicking so hard and so fast, we couldn't catch you to stop you." It's amazing what a little bit of adrenaline can do. Thanks for watching. I'll be posting more Lockdown Getaways every Monday and Friday for the next few weeks. So stay safe, and if you want to find out more about my adventures, go to extremedreams.co.uk. My public speaking, dean-talks.com. Follow me at Twitter at dean_talks. On Facebook, Dean Dunbar Blind and Dangerous. And if you want to see any more of my videos, go to my YouTube channel, DinoD69. Thank you.